What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's me, Maggardo, man, and I gotta say, dude, remember, it's still no simp September, right? You know, we like 20 some days or whatever into the month, and it's no simp September. So remember that. Don't be simping for any of these bitches. Don't be simping for any of these hoes. Anyways, remember I went over a post there in the last video on Reddit that I thought was very interesting, and it involved a woman who was cheating on her boyfriend who was in the military or whatever. You know, you guys kind of get the gist of it, right? And he got a little bit of a payback or revenge against her after, he caught her cheating on him, right? It was a pretty cool read. I really liked it. And I stumbled across another post that I actually read a couple months back that I never, initially thought of, making the video about, but I was like, let's make a video about this now. And this post on Reddit is titled Revenge on Cheating Wife, now Ex, as well as the karma that came afterwards. So I'm in the army, and I was married. I was approaching my first deployment to Iraq. It was very stressful, and it had my wife wanting me to find a way to stay and not deploy. Obvious things any wife would try to talk about, right? Anyways, so we have no kids, but both want them. So we talk about getting out of debt while I'm gone. She talks to her best friend back home in another state where we are both from. Her friend agrees to let her move in and charge a modest $300 in rent so that we can get out of debt and start a family when I come back. A plan I was actually very pleased with. I deploy, she is there crying her eyes out saying she will miss me and loves me, and we will start a family when we get back. Fast forward 2 months, she starts acting distant, not wanting to talk much on our scheduled calls or text back 1 or 2 word answers. We've been together for 6 years. She is never at a loss for words. Anyway, one day she says, I need some space. She asks someone who is 10,000 miles away for space. I say, why? She says she needs some space. She says she wants to find herself. So I remember back when we lived at home, she had a guy who was always very borderline inappropriate. I'm not a very jealous person, and I trust her. So I start seeing said guy on in basically all her pictures she posts with the group. Every time he is in the picture, everyone else changes, but never him. So for the first time, I'm very jealous and uneasy about everything. So I clone her phone, so I receive every text she receives as well as every text she sends. I'll never forget the first text I saw after cloning her phone. It says, hey babe, I'll see you after work. Want me to save you any of my leftovers? From her to him. It destroyed me. I lost 35 pounds in a week's time. I didn't eat or sleep. I stared at the phone watching every conversation. Watching them talk about trying to have a baby. It was literally everything a married person fears. I ask her if she is seeing someone and she says no, she isn't. She's taking care of herself and she loves me, blah blah. I don't say anything about receiving her text for 2 months. Over this time, she finally admits cheating and that he is so much better than me at sex, treating her right, and he does what she wants. During this time, she pays our debt off, gets tattoos with him, matching I love you tattoos, goes to show with him, buying clothes, etc. with the money I'm making. So this is where revenge starts. I put a freeze on the account for a month. In that time, I change every password to every account to things she won't guess. Army jargon slang terms. I block her on Facebook and my phone so she has no way to contact me. She lost her car to repo a few months later, got kicked out of her place, had to sell her prized shoes and purses just to stay alive. I then find out she got a job at her old restaurant, so I post all the text conversations I have with her and the guy talking about having babies that have timestamps on it, as well as post conversations we had with the matching timestamps showing all of our friends what she has done. I then have friends call and complain at her job, constantly on both he and her. They work at a restaurant, so I also have friends down in Dash. They both get fired. So she tries to call my command and tell them that I am abandoning her and she can't provide for herself. My commander knows what is going on. He does nothing because he had something similar happen. Then about a month before I come back, she calls me from another number to tell me she is pregnant with his kid. Mind you, I'm still gone, so we cannot get divorced yet. She moved away with him 10 hours from me April 24th, 2018, she calls me 5 months pregnant, crying uncontrollably, asking me where she should go. Apparently, they have a giant blow-up fight. She tells him she is leaving. She says she doesn't know where to go, and I simply say, sorry, not my problem anymore. Fast forward, January of this year, she calls me from a mutual friend's phone. Her. It says, he hit me. I don't know what to do. Me. I say, maybe. You don't cheat on your husband when he is deployed for some guy who talks a big game. Her. Well, I guess you are happy about this. Me. No. But I'm glad I know I'm not the bad guy in this story. And then, the next month. Her. He is cheating on me with 2 girls. I'm sorry. I regret everything I did. I fucked it all up. Me. Yeah, you did. All in all, this woman destroyed my life. Put me in a deep depression I'm still dealing with. But I do feel a little better, having proof that I wasn't the problem. To think, if this happened even 10 or 5 years ago, I would have come back to an empty bank account, an empty house, as well as seeing my then wife pregnant with another man's baby. She actually hit me up yesterday to ask for some money to help cover rent. It also states in the post that before the kid was actually born, he actually did get a divorce with this woman, so he had no sort of responsibility whatsoever to her or the child, and it's been like that for over a year now. It also says on here, also no, I wasn't celebrating that she was physically abused. I did tell her to call the cops, but that's all I did. It's not right to abuse someone, but I also have no responsibility to watch out for her well-being. You know, I like stories like this. I like whenever I hear, I don't like it whenever I have to hear, somebody's, getting cheated on or whatever. I don't like that. I don't want, people to experience that shit because it's bothersome. It hurts. It can really put somebody into a depression. But, whenever it comes back to bite the person that is cheating in the ass, it's just, it makes it so much better. It does. And the way that this guy done it, handled all of this, I don't find it heartless at all. I don't. I mean, obviously he wasn't too thrilled of the idea that, she was getting abused, because right there at the end of the post, he stated, that he did tell her to call the cops, but, it's not his responsibility anymore. It's not his responsibility to care for or look out for or anything like that. They're divorced now. They're no longer together. And this girl had it good. She had it good, and then she fucked it all up. And that's on her. That is on her. That has nothing to do with him. Right? It's overall pretty scummy of the way that, she treated this dude. But at the same time, I really do like how this guy handled all of this. I really like the idea of hearing the karma came back and bit this bitch in the ass. Because what she done was just overall a piece of shit move. Anyways, though, if you guys want to go and check out the Reddit post for yourselves, link down below in the description. But thank you all for tuning into this video. I really hope you guys did in fact enjoy it. If you guys did, please go ahead and smash like. It would be super greatly appreciated. I love you guys. Stay fucking beautiful. Stay fucking awesome. And I will see you all in the next one.